Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with Tech Tips to Go. In today's video, we're going to be doing another Vechain video. So I don't know if you guys, have the same thought process as me, but typically when you see a lot of big directors who have been very established in their career, whether they're C-level director, CEO, founder, exec, someone like Jim Breyer who has invested a lot of money into Vechain, or who has a lot of money and a lot of finances where they can kind of make that large investment, and they carry that CEO title, founder, philanthropist, etc. So one piece of news that did come out just recently, and it didn't really mention Vechain's name, but it was kind of weird timing on how everything went when I read the article. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this website, Overstock. So Overstock is a very successful e-commerce store that sells a whole bunch of things from like patio furniture, rugs, decor, bed and bath, home improvement, etc., etc., etc. Right? They do jewelry as well, apparel, and their overall stock revenue, or sorry, their revenue is about 1.4 billion, and that was in 2019. So when I say, typically when you see a lot of influential people, usually you tend to open your ears up more. Your eyes and your ears are a lot wider than the normal person that you're speaking with, right? For example, when Steve Jobs was around and he spoke, usually you'd want to either purchase a ticket or watch the news, or like for example, like when I hear Bill Gates speak. I'm very open, my ears are wide open, just trying to listen to every kind of, advice that he recommends or that he presents or that he offers. So, that's, I think, typically the norm of most people, but, some people might challenge me and say otherwise. But anyways, so Overstock is a large company, and just recently, and I found this over on the Yahoo News, on Yahoo Finance, and the CEO of Overstock, Jonathan Johnson, has claimed that immunity passports amidst the coronavirus pandemic may provide the ultimate use case for blockchain technology. Now, I won't get into the whole article, and I'm not going to read it. I'll leave a link below. So what he mentioned on quote unquote, he says an immunity passport is what that is going to look like for a lot of the industries. If I can prove that I've got the antibodies or I've steered clear of infection entirely, I can show that on the immunity passport. That's very powerful. So we all know with blockchain technologies, on a public blockchain technology, the data is written and you can't really FUD the data. You can't do anything with data. So the data is there, and that's why it's a public blockchain. So when this news came out, and I read the article, I'm like, wow, this is so great, because other CEOs are going to listen to him. They're going to read the article, and probably going to say, oh well, I read one of your quotes that you said about blockchain technologies, and if they're not familiar with blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies, and that's a part of global adoption, which is great, because we all know that the recent news, or if you haven't read the recent news about Vechain and IDante and the Cyprus hospital. If you look at over here, this is from Vechain Official, the official website for their blog post. It says Vechain and IDante partnered to create blockchain-enabled medical data management platform for healthcare provider in Cyprus. So basically, to summarize this and keep things short, what the CEO of Overstock was saying is that it's going to be, what would be the best use case for blockchain technologies would be creating some immutable like passport, which will verify people that are immune or that has the antibodies for COVID-19, etc. And when that came out, I think probably about 3-4 days earlier, there was the news about Vechain IDante and the Cyprus hospital that they're all working on this collaborative large project in healthcare, which is actually making that passport for COVID-19. And if you actually see the app, it shows the IDante powered by Vechain at the bottom here, and it shows you the lab tests, right? And this is just the beginning, because as they do this project test and this pilot and the go live, how much more information do you think they could probably write to the blockchain? This is not just it's going to stop at COVID. What about all the other surgeries that they have, tests, like I mentioned before in my other video, like when I go to a doctor, sometimes my doctor, when I want to do a physical, it takes about 6 months to 1 year to get a physical. But if I need to go to another doctor, because my doctor is like about 6 weeks backlog, so I need to go to another emergency walk-in clinic. Most of the time I go in there and I'll say, well, can you pull up my record and my history from my family doctor? And they're like, no, we don't have that. But imagine the capabilities and the future of blockchain technologies. Example like this, what we're seeing right now. It's just easy, accessible, public blockchain enterprise solutions, guys, and in medical and healthcare. So, and this is what, like you guys know, I'm going to say this is what makes me bullish, but it does, because we're entering kind of a new sector in medical and healthcare and print and, real data that's on the blockchain that's going to be like a real great utility use case. Not to trash other altcoins that are out there. A lot of altcoins that majority of people are looking for is like, transaction per second, et cetera, et cetera. But, we're doing that too. Like Vechain has great transaction TPS per second, as long as utility and use case, right? And different verticals that we're in. So if you look at this, it's just, why wouldn't it make someone so bullish, investing their money into a great cryptocurrency or company like Vechain? Guys, not financial advice, but that's just where I stand. And it's kind of hard to believe, like, that this company is not going to be more successful in like 2-3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And I know a lot of people are getting frustrated, right? I hear and I see a lot of the comments on Reddit, and there are a lot of frustrated people. They think that, it should go from 0.004 to $75. But guys, it's a long-term game, right? We all know what in 2030 it's going to be like $1 trillion market or more. I forgot the exact number, but if you just read, the market for blockchain-enabled solutions or supply chain solutions, you'll see the numbers, and it'll just make your kind of investment kind of more sound, more clear, right? More positive. So guys, just kind of be patient, hold. And, as we get more mainnet transactions and more news, it's just going to benefit everyone. So anyways, I wanted to keep it at that. It's just great news, especially a leader of like the CEO of Overstock coming out with that news, and then also, kind of reference it to, a great use case of Vechain, because I'm pretty sure people are already saying, hey, Jonathan Johnson's like, Vechain's already doing that, and here's an example, right? I'm pretty sure he's been told like numerous times after he came out with this. So anyways, I wanted to keep it at that. Guys, add me on Twitter at TechTipsToGo1. Also, I just created my Telegram group, so there's a lot of people who have joined the Telegram group, and we're just talking about, all the stuff about Vechain. People who have questions about, where to buy Vechain, secure wallet, Vechain Thor, and we're also talking about all other altcoins. And you guys could also ask me anything else, whether it's business, entrepreneurship, passive income, investing, real estate, etc. It's kind of like an open forum based on those topics. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.